Making a run, buddy. Making a run.
Yes, sir. 5-1 last week.
5-1. You've turned it around, man. In the last 3 weeks, you've gone 11-4.
Yeah.
I've gone 10-4. We are 21-8 in the last 3 weeks. I went 2 for 2 last week. My overall is 37-20. You've turned it around 30-27. Overall record 67-47 and 4 pushes.
That's awesome. Great. Great.
Dude, compared to where we were at in the beginning of the season, first, 5-6 weeks, we've definitely turned it around.
And I can tell you that's definitely making a run. It's
Yeah,
definitely a profit.
it is. It is nice. I'm not gonna argue it. We got 5 weeks left, and let's go crazy. The thing that bothers me though is last year I would do 4 game parlays. I hit 3 of them. This year I have yet to hit 100%. And it's driving me nuts. I'm like, this, you know what? This week is the week.
Right.
So
Well,
I,
we just need to keep the ship a sailing because it's headed in the
yep,
right direction. And if we can continue on, it'll be a
yep.
profitable end of the year. And like I said, that's what matters. It ain't how we started.
It's
It's
how you
definitely how
finish.
we end up. So I've got 2, 4, 6 games, but 7 bets that I'm going to
Okay.
this week that I'm going to play. Um, it's getting tighter, man. It's getting tighter.
That it is.
Some of these teams you don't expect to show up and cover or win, or they're trying to finish strong. Some of these players are playing for their future. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm not one that believes that revenge games. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's going to motivate you any more than you should have already been motivated before the game hit the schedule, so to speak. So
Right.
I'm not a believer in that. I don't believe this team is quote unquote due. Um, you know, if you just don't have it, you just don't have it.
Right.
So
So you've got 6 games, 7 picks. I've got 5 games.
all
So
right, well, I'm going to get into it.
yes,
Uh,
sir.
so I'm going to start off with tonight's game. It's pretty simple. It's easy. Um, this is a tough game. Detroit came into AT&T Stadium I think it was last year, and just beat the pants off of Dallas. I think they scored 40 something points in that game against Dallas. Uh,
Yeah.
they always seem to have a hard time against Detroit, but you know, I think Dallas right now has the momentum. I think things are going their way. Detroit is struggling a little bit. Dallas's defense has definitely improved. They got a long way to go, but they've definitely improved. In my opinion, the offense is playing great football. I was bashing how I felt Pickens was should be or is a better receiver than CeeDee Lamb. I still stick by that. Although Lamb showed up last week and rejuvenated himself or redeemed himself, I should say, from the prior week, and that's part of football. I don't care who the
Yeah.
receiver is. You have those games, it just happens. And it doesn't take away from how good he is. It doesn't take away from him being a number one receiver. I believe Dallas has 2 number one receivers on their team. And what do I mean by that? Any team in the league will take him as a starter. They
Yep.
can start at any given time for the Cowboys. They can both start at the same time. So Pickens has just proven to have better hands to me this season than CeeDee Lamb is having. And that can be contributed to the defense that's playing against him. It can be contributed to bad passes. It can be contributed to a lot of things. It can also be contributed to the fact that CeeDee just dropped the damn ball. And
Right.
that's the way it is. It doesn't mean I'm taking anything away from him. I'm not bashing him. I'm just putting my opinion out there. So with that said, this is the game that I'm going to make 2 bets on. I'm going to take the Cowboys plus the points. I think it's 3 in Detroit. I know that's tough. Home field is always worth 3 points in most cases, so that's probably why it's pretty much would have been a pick 'em. So I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take Dallas, and I'm going to go over the total in this game. I believe it's 2 high-powered offenses. I believe they can score a lot of points. I think the total is at 54.5.
Yeah.
I'll buy it down to 54, and I'm going to take the Cowboys plus 3 and over 54.
You know, that game started out at over 51.5,
Yeah, it's moved. But
and I missed the bet. I was gonna do it, Monday, but I didn't get the opportunity. But
I wish I would have.
here's the thing with the Cowboys. You beat Philadelphia, Super Bowl champs last year. You beat Kansas City, Super Bowl champs. Uh, if you can beat Detroit, you have Minnesota, the Chargers, Washington, and the Giants. You literally can run out the whole season. Like, there's if you beat Detroit, there's no questions asked. They're in the playoffs. And the way that they've been playing the last 3 weeks, they are playing like a playoff football team. And the scary part is, like, if they do get into the playoffs, I don't think a team wants to play them.
Right.
So, I mean, hats off to them on how they've changed it around. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question since you're a Cowboys fan. Do you think Jerry Jones thinks to himself like, "That's why I'm the GM"?
Yeah, probably he's. I mean, I got to tell you, Jerry Jones is a sharp businessman. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Is he a GM? No. But has he had success? Yeah, he's learned as he went along at all of our expenses. And a lot of people bashed the Parsons trade. I wasn't one of them. I like Micah Parsons. I know he's a difference maker, but what they got for him and how it's improved the defense to give up one exceptional player to pick up one exceptional player and another one that can get there. He kind of rusted still. We're talking about Logan Wilson. He still got some rust on him. Didn't play much, you know, his previous life with the Jets. Um, so yeah, Jerry probably thinks he's a genius, which he probably thinks
yeah.
every morning anyway. But hey,
I went along with that Dallas game. I'm taking the over 54.5. I still think it's too low. I think it's going to be I don't know, 31-27, maybe even higher in the points, but I see Dallas winning outright on that as well.
yeah, I'm with you. Dallas. I mean, they played a great game against Kansas City.
They did.
Detroit had issues on Thanksgiving Day. They don't look like the team that was on the field last year. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just the bottom line is
And they still got a lot of players on defense that are hurt.
yeah, they
So,
do. They sure do.
and I think the offensive line is what I'm told. Uh, did I read it? Heard it? Three offensive linemen are out.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's this next man.
it's gonna be a lot of throwing. I think there's gonna be a lot of points out there.
Yeah.
So
Dak had over 320 yards against Kansas City.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he had a great game, 2 touchdowns. I know the first one was an interception with kind of fluke. I think he got hit or, the ball was something happened in his something during that motion. It wasn't like he threw a bad pass. His pass
right,
was affected. Um, and I mean, he had if I ain't mistaken, he had a very outstanding, he had 27 of 39, 320 yards and 2 touchdowns.
yeah.
Uh,
I'll take it all day long.
yeah, you know what? And a majority of it obviously was between Pickens and Lamb, over 200 yards just for those two guys, and not counting the rest of that team. That run game's doing good. I mean, look what Smith had a great 40-something yard touchdown run, and so yeah, Dallas is to me is the play. They're, dare I say, the hottest team in the NFL right now
Yeah.
at this time,
You know what?
which is the perfect time of the year to be playing this kind of football.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And you know what I think is gonna have a good game tonight? Turpin. I
yeah.
think he's gonna have a really good game.
Yep, and that's another one. That's what a valuable asset, and I'm hoping to see him break one tonight, either
Yeah.
turn or kick.
I'm telling you one thing. I picked him up on the waiver on the fantasy. I'm starting him today.
Yep. Well,
He's only projected to get 3.5 points, but I think he's gonna explode today.
and
I don't know
Dallas,
why I had that feeling, but I do.
yeah, well, that's a good feeling because Dallas is utilizing him for, other than kickoffs and punts, they're putting him in the backfield. They're
Yeah.
sweeps and hey, the guy's talented, and I hope they can figure out a way to keep this team together. You got Pickens got to be signed. I don't know what Turpin's contract is, but you got players on this team that you need to figure out a way to maintain, and that's one of the reasons why I said getting rid of Parsons to make room for the salary cap
Yeah.
was so vital. Why, here you're going to sign another guy for 30-40 million dollars a year on top of the some of the mistakes you've already made. I think it was a good move, man. But
I
so
think so too.
yeah,
So what's your second game?
my second game, I'm going to Seattle. I'm taking looking at that game. Darnold is having a good season. He's over 2,900 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Uh, Jackson Smith is over 1,300 yards and 7 TDs. Seattle is strong in their division. So with that said, I'm taking Seattle and I'm going to lay the 7 points on this game against Atlanta. So Cousins is starting. I wasn't
Yep.
a believer with Cousins in the past. I'm not a believer of Cousins today. Will he have a good game? Can he have a good game? Yeah, he's just very inconsistent. So I'm taking Seattle -7.
I'm on board. I'm the same. I took Seattle -7. Um, one because Seattle is 5-1 on the road. Two, Seattle's number two in the most yards or the least yards allowed rushing. So I don't see Robinson doing anything. I think there's gonna be too much pressure on Kirk Cousins. I think that defense is. I think they're just gonna blow out Atlanta and make it a third quarter blowout and rest the guys in the fourth quarter. That's how I see it.
Yep.
So yep, I'm on board. Seattle -7.
Well, I think we got a winner there. I mean they're 4-8 in that division. Tampa Bay
Yep.
is leading that division. Carolina, what a sleeper, man.
I know, huh?
Carolina is right on their heels, and Seattle is tied with the Rams after they, shit the bed the other day. Now Seattle is tied with the Rams. So, if you want to say motivation is a key factor in this, here's an opportunity for Seattle to jump in the lead of that division.
Yep.
Maybe go ahead and run away with it the rest of the season and end up winning their division. And I
Yep.
still believe the Rams are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league overall. I'm not talking about just by record, but just by play. But Seattle has been impressive. Darnold
Yeah,
has
I
been
agree.
impressive.
And that defense, man.
Yep, and that defense. So, all right, game number 3 for me. I am going to go to the Washington Minnesota game. Last week, Minnesota started that nobody Max Brosmer,
Yeah.
undrafted
Who?
free agent Max Brosmer, I believe was his name. Yeah,
Yeah. Who?
yeah. So, he was 19 to 30 for 126 yards, 4 interceptions. So I know McCarthy should be back playing this week. To me, that doesn't change anything for Minnesota because McCarthy, to me, wasn't all that. It's not all that.
Yeah.
Um, Mariota has done a great job. He's rejuvenating himself. And it wasn't when he was with Tennessee, he played good, and a lot of people may have forgot this. The guy was a Heisman Trophy winner back in, I know it was, decade ago, 2014,
Yeah.
I believe it was. 2015, he was a first round pick, second overall pick, I believe, in the draft in 2015. And he's playing good football. He's seasoned. He's calm under pressure. He's made some bad throws and, some pick sixes and things like that, but it happens. I'm taking Washington plus the points. I believe it's +2. I'm going to take Washington plus the 2 points against the struggling Minnesota Vikings.
So I think it actually changed to +3.
All right. Well, that's good for me.
I want to just double check. At 2.5. So
Well, I'm gonna buy it up then, and I'm gonna get it
yeah.
at 3.
I'll tell you, putting up 26 points against the Broncos,
Right.
that's pretty solid, man.
Losing Jaden Daniels hurt them. That's what happened in Washington because I actually predicted them to be in the top 1 or 2 of the division this year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you lose your starting quarterback, who Jaden Daniels is a good quarterback. Do I think he's
That
great?
he is.
No, but I think he's a good quarterback, and he was definitely life to the Washington Commanders. But
Yeah.
with that said, that's my pick. I'm going to trust them to cover, and I'll go on a limb say win that game outright.
I'm on board. I'm taking Washington as well, +3. Um, just the way they played last week. Um, I still believe they have heart. Uh, They're not going to obviously the playoffs, but they don't want to lose. And you saw that last week against the Broncos. They don't want to lose. They wanted to win. They went for 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So they want the win.
they got nothing to
So
lose.
right.
So
But, so you could tell that they're still trying, that they're still playing hard. So again, I believe that they're going to win too. So Commanders +3.
yeah, the true in that move to go for 2. It sends a message to your offensive line that I trust you, I believe in you, and I believe
Yep.
for the last 2 weeks, Dan Quinn has taken over at play calling. I don't know if it was on defense or offense, but he's taken over another role of not just head coach, and it's improved. They've improved over the last 3 weeks, so 2 or 3 weeks. So
That I have. Yeah.
Washington plus the 3, I think is a good bet. Again, I think they possibly win this game outright. All right, next one. I'm going to go to the Houston KC game. Just a little background on the Texans. They've won 4 straight games. They're making some noise in the AFC South. They're playing for something. They're not just showing up. They're not just playing for guys to. I know they're 7-5, but you know what? Jacksonville and Indy are leading the division. Are only 8-4. They're only one game out of tying a 3-way tie. Depends on what happens, obviously, with Jacksonville and Indy,
Yep.
and
Yep.
one of them's going to lose, or it's going to end up in a tie. Either way, if the Texans win, they move up a notch in that division. So they're making some noise, and I just, they're only a game back. So I'm going to take the Texans plus the 3 to cover, and dare I say they're going to win this game outright. I'm going to say it. They're going to beat KC in Kansas City and make it a game.
Damn. If they beat Kansas City, you think that's Kansas City's not making the playoffs?
Yep, I do. They're having a tough time. You know what? If you look at the Cowboys game, Brian Schottenheimer outcoached Andy Reid. Bottom line, you
Yeah.
call it whatever you want. Dak outplayed Mahomes. Mahomes had some
Yeah.
great moments. Don't get me wrong. I mean, what an outstanding quarterback. He makes things happen, but it's there's 11 guys on that field for a reason, and everybody's got to be clicking in most
Right.
cases. In most cases, so the Texans, I think they got an opportunity to make some noise, like I said, and move up in their division. Kansas City struggling. I don't care what everybody says. Well, you know what? They're due. They're going to come out and they're going to be fired up. Yeah, of course they are. They're not going to come out there with the attitude to lose. They're going to come out there with the attitude that we can win this game. But if they lose this game, to answer your question, I think their playoff hopes dwindle.
So
They'll
they'll
6-7.
be 6-7
Yeah.
if
So
they lose.
yeah, so that makes it kind of tough to uh to move up in the division where the Broncos are 10-2, Los Angeles Chargers are 8-4. The Raiders are no threat; they're at the bottom of the barrel, 2-10. But Denver, who I've been saying is getting no respect, is ten
Yeah.
and two. So the Chiefs are in trouble. I think they're in trouble regardless, win or lose. Myself.
I mean, I think you have a point because Houston is the number one team with the least points allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So their defense is
Yeah,
is good. They're not letting them score. They're not letting the team score points on them. So good pick on that one.
yeah.
I've got it's a Monday night game, Eagles and Chargers. I think the Eagles are cooked. I think them losing to the Cowboys, you would have thought that they would have regrouped, rallied, kicked the shit out of the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. It was the other way around. And now they're going to LA to play the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers plus 3.
I think it's a great bet. That was one of the ones I almost put out. And I still may bet it because I'm with you. I think that's a good game, and I believe the Chargers can win that game. The Eagles they're just like the Chiefs right now. They're struggling, man.
Yep. And I don't think it's gonna be close. I've been hearing that people are saying like the Eagles are gonna make a turn and run and win and blow out the Chargers. The Chargers are number 2 in pass defense,
Mm-hmm.
so they're number 12 in the rush defense. So it shows already that Barkley has not been having a great year,
No, dude, he's had what,
and
2 key turnovers.
and he had 56 yards last week on the Bears. So I think if Barkley gets shut down, there's no way Hurts throws it and wins the game for them. So I'm taking the Chargers plus 3.
All right, I think it's a good bet. And again, I'm probably going to play that game. I just didn't put it out, so I'm going to stick to what I have uh, on my sheet. But I do like that bet, and I did look at it. And I'm not a believer that the Eagles have any hope of, you know, beating them. They're still
Yeah.
they're still leading the division. Hey, Dallas is right on their heels, and they just need to keep falling. And this is for the Eagles. I want y'all to. Uh, and Dallas needs to keep moving up. And you know what? I would love to have seen this bet. I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks ago, of Dallas potentially, possibly winning the division. I bet the odds were astronomical.
um, I don't know what the odds are. I know what the odds are right now for the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. 70-1.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about just to win the division. I
Yeah.
to you
And
5 weeks ago,
I wonder what it was.
and they were. I guarantee you, they were heavy, heavy dogs to win
I
the
bet.
division, and it still may happen. Hey, could happen. I truly believe if Dallas beats Detroit, they win out the season. I
Yeah.
believe that. I think,
Yeah.
and I'll put it out there. I think the Chargers could be a little bit of a gamble, could be, and Washington, I think, could be a little bit of a challenge if they get past Detroit. If they're, hopefully they're not looking beyond the game because this is an opponent that can, stomp you in the mud quick. So, you got a great coach, got a good quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Jared Goff is no slouch. I mean, he's my backup on my fantasy. He's my backup relief quarterback. And he's had some good numbers and he's had some bad numbers, but Dak at the same time has also had some up and downs. So
Yeah.
I like your pick. I like the Chargers plus the 3. That's a good pick. Um, I think I think they win this game outright.
Yep.
So
I
good
think so
pick.
too.
I'm going to go to my next one, and it's the Jacksonville game against Indianapolis, and it's in Jacksonville. Again, I read that Daniel Jones has got a fractured fibula. His mobility is going to be limited. I don't know how you play with a fractured fibula.
I don't know either.
That just, I don't get it. I'm surprised if it's that if it's really fractured, that they didn't reach out and figure out some way to get a quarterback in there because I don't even know who their backup is, but I don't think they have anything on the bench worth speaking about to come in and relieve him. But even Daniel Jones, when he's 100%, has some issues. I mean, he's done a great job with Indy. I mean, look where they're at. Uh,
Yeah. 8-4.
yeah, they're kicking ass. Nobody expected that. Again, Jacksonville's right on there. They're tied. They're both 8-4. Again, his mobility's limited. You look at Jacksonville; they won 4 out of their last 5 games. They're on a roll as well. They got momentum. So I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars plus. I believe it's at 2. It was at 2. Is it still at 2? Yeah, I see it still where I look. It's still
Yep.
2. So
Yep.
I'm going to take
Still 2.
Jacksonville plus the 2 points at home dog against the Indianapolis Colts, who are struggling offensively and have been struggling the last week or so a little bit. And Jacksonville's been on a tear.
So I truly like that pick because Jaguars are winning and Colts are losing.
Yep.
And what I mean by that is the Colts have only won one game in the last 4. Jacksonville, I mean, damn, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, he's not playing great, but he's playing enough to win the game. So I like that bet. +2 is a good bet.
Yeah, especially home dog.
Yeah.
Just lack of respect right there.
Yeah.
Especially a team that's 8-4 as well as you are.
Right. Yeah.
Again, all that stuff, all that shit is manufactured by stats and trends.
Yep.
And you know what? I get it. It works. I've seen so many games where you go, how in the hell did they predict this to be a 4-point game, a 1-point game, and it ends up on that exact number? I just, it's amazing to me. But in this case, I think we're on the right track.
My is the Rams and Arizona. So I was gonna take the Rams -7, but their offense and defense is basically the same in yards per game in rushing, passing, defense on the rush and pass. They got it at 48.5. I'm gonna go over 48 on that. I think they're gonna score a lot. It's their defenses on both sides are not the greatest. They're in the middle of the pack. But I believe that, that it's just going to be a high scoring game. I believe it's going to be in the 50s. So I'm not going to do the Rams -7 only because they lost to Carolina. That was crazy. I know Carolina has been playing great. But I the way I saw it was the Rams were just phenomenal. Like they're gonna roll through their division and no problems. But so I'm gonna go over 48.
All right. Well, like I said, I believe the Rams are one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team. At least they were over the prior 6, 8 weeks. Arizona is in the bottom of the cellar in that division,
Yeah,
and so I think it's a good bet. I even think the Rams overall was a good bet, whether it be on the money line or the money line or not. Um, but you're right; they have the potential, both these teams, to score points. Um,
yeah.
I like it. Uh,
And they played when they played Carolina. This there's like almost 60 points combined.
and
So
that's the key thing, is that we can't take anything away from Carolina Panthers.
I know.
They're I've been saying it. And I think I said it several weeks ago. If I believe I told you that Carolina is a sleeper.
Yeah,
They're a sleeper, and I'm impressed with them. They've done a great job of turning their season around. I mean, they're one game behind Tampa Bay in the
yeah,
division. So I mean, you got New Orleans in that division. Obviously, Atlanta's in that division, and the Bucks and Carolina's right there. They may end up winning their division. Depends on what Mayfield and the Bucks continue to do. So we'll see. But all right, good bet. 48 over 48 Rams Arizona game.
yep.
All right, my last one is the Denver Broncos and Las Vegas Raiders. You know, Denver is.
Poor Raiders.
Yeah, man, it's so sad. And you know what? We talked to Mario, our buddy, and he's a big Raiders fan, and he made the comment when we were at the Dallas game, all of us, that he believes Pete Carroll's one and done. Um, I don't know if I believe that, because I know that a seasoned coach goes into a team. He's got to build the team his way, and that could be a positive or that could be a negative. And from what I'm understanding, it's kind of a negative, because Pete Carroll's surrounding himself around all these players that he used to coach, and it's not working out.
Right.
But do you fire a guy that has got a history, a track record like Pete Carroll on the first year, or do you give him the opportunity to develop what he can from what he's got, work in the offseason, and give him at least 2 years, and then make a decision? Is he one and done, or is he two and done, or is he bounce back next year? In my opinion, I think just his history and his record, he deserves another opportunity he's not a rookie coach, he's not a new coach. I think he should get the respect of having the opportunity to build the team. He inherited this team. I know he's made some moves, but he's still a majority of this team was already there. And so I
Yeah.
think he should get an opportunity. With that said, like I said, Denver is so underrated from what I hear and see by all the experts and analysts. I mean, they have won 9 straight games. They're on a run. The Raiders lost by double digits, and they have 6 straight losses. I
Yeah.
believe this is number 7. It's a rivalry game. It always has been a rivalry game. Denver and the Raiders has always been, cutthroat. I can't lay the points. I'm going to pull a KJ. I'm going to take the Broncos on the money line to win this game, because I still believe that, Geno Smith may pull a rabbit out of the hat. You don't know. And
Yeah.
I still believe Pete Carroll has something. Again, we'll find out, because it's oh yeah, he could be one and done. We'll see.
I don't think they should do one and done. Reason being is, like you said, it's his first year with the Raiders. Obviously, they're not playing great. Yes, they had some people hurt. Now, I would do this. I'd be like, okay, like you're on the hot seat for next year. If you start out, 2-10 or 2-8 or 2-6, then we're gonna have to let you go. But we're gonna give you next year to, you got the off season. We're gonna do some draft picks. The way they're playing, they might be in the top 5 in the draft picks. So, that's what I would do. I wouldn't fire him, because I think, what are they still paying 2 coaches still?
Yeah,
that are no longer there.
that.
So I mean, you want to make a 3, and then now you get another one, make 4, like
Yeah,
you
John
know,
Gruden, man, was the heart of coaching for the
yeah,
Raiders.
yeah,
He is the Raiders, and what happened to him because of an old ass decade old or whatever it was email scandal, whatever it was that cost him his career, so to speak.
yeah,
Sitting back, laughing, taking it to the bank.
yeah,
Right now,
yeah,
he's got the last laugh on the Davis family and that organization because they should have fought for him.
yeah,
Maybe they did. I don't know, but and
yeah. We never know what happens behind the scenes.
but with that said too is I'm guessing the reason we don't see Gruden in the league is not because I don't think he's banished from being an NFL coach, but maybe there's something in there that if he goes back into the league coaching somewhere, that they have to pick up that paycheck.
Maybe,
Maybe that's one of the reasons why nobody's reached out to him is because that's a pretty big paycheck to have to pay. And then if they have to fire a coach to put him in, now they've got somebody that they're paying that's sitting the bench, so to speak, on the sidelines or gone. And now they're paying
yeah.
that coach. And now they got to pick up Gruden's and pay him on top of that. I'm assuming I don't know the answer to that, but either way, I'm surprised John Gruden is not back in the NFL. And I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if somehow, some way, it's possible that he ends up in the NFL next year. I don't know.
I I don't know. I mean,
A prediction.
he's a really damn good coach.
Yep,
So,
just a prediction,
but
and I like his attitude, even though out of the cast of his show that he was on, can't remember who the other one was in him, Dallas, Kansas City, he chose and picked Kansas City to wipe the field with the Cowboys. So Gruden, that's for you,
yeah, he did.
the Eagles. So that's what I think. With you, you didn't pick your nose that day, buddy.
Yeah.
You should have picked
Hey,
your nose because your bet was terrible. Your pick.
it's getting closer and closer for Stephen A to throw a cowboy party.
Yeah, sure is. I'm going to it.
Yeah, me too.
Even if it's in the parking lot, I'm going.
I think I would buy some cowboy gear just for that
Yeah,
day.
I could loan you some so you didn't have to spend any money. I got plenty. I got a closet full. So, you know, I got my
But
let me show you my Christmas wreath my sister-in-law's made me years ago. Hey,
wow.
yeah, what do you think about that, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty nice. I got the Saints and Bucks. I'm pulling the KJ. I'm taking the Bucks money line. Bucks need to win. It's the Saints, but it's at 8.5. I think at maybe 7, I would take it. But I'm not. I'm not gonna do the 8.5.
You're scared of New Orleans and 8 points?
I'm s- I'm scared of New Orleans at 8 points because
Wow.
I know, and New Orleans, they're not great on the road, but I'm just gonna do the Bucks money line on that.
All
I
right.
want to go 5-0, and I want to be guaranteed. Now, if it was -7, I take it all day long. -7, I
Well,
take it.
you can buy it
But
down to 7, but
I don't want to buy it down. I'm just gonna do
I
money
mean,
line.
all right. Hey, you know what? That's your pick. I'm going to put it on record. I don't agree with your pick there. I do agree with the side. I
Yeah,
believe the Bucks beat them by double digits.
you think so?
I do. I think Baker Mayfield goes out there and has an outstanding game. Don't change your bet because of my opinion.
No, I'm not.
Let's just put it out there. I'm hoping we're both on the same side. I'm just saying
Yeah,
I think they cover and I think they stomped the shit out of New Orleans. That's what I'm saying. And I could be 100% wrong. So you're smart by making a money line bet. You protect yourself because there is no doubt in my mind they win the game unless something
yeah.
happens.
But of course, like whatever happens throughout the week, though, like Baker Mayfield with his shoulders questionable.
It's true too.
Bucky Irving is questionable. Um, Tristan Wirfs is questionable. Godwin is questionable. I mean, they were limited from yesterday in their practice. They only went through walkthroughs. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if that does change up and they're all healthy by Friday tomorrow, then I might. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the money
Hey,
line.
smart bet, but let me throw this out there too. With all you just mentioned, all these injuries and potential missing players, the line is still at 8.5.
Yeah, I know.
That's sends a message that either they're not concerned with it or New Orleans sucks.
But New Orleans pass defense is pretty darn good.
Yeah,
They're in the top 10.
yeah, that's true.
Their rush defense like 20, but you know.
Well, I wish you well on that one. You want to recap?
Yeah, let's do a recap.
All right. You want me to ramble or you want to?
Ramble yours just to make sure I got it
I'm
right.
doing Dallas plus the points, over 54. I'm taking Seattle minus the points. And the reason I say that is because it may change. Mine is Dallas plus 3, Seattle minus 7. I'm taking Washington plus the 3. I'm taking the Texans plus the 3. I'm taking Jacksonville plus 2, and I'm taking Denver on the KJ money line.
I got the Seattle -7, Commanders +3, uh, Chargers +3, Rams over 48, Dallas over 54, and Bucks KJ money line. I feel good about these picks.
I do too. I think
I might take some from your side and throw it on my side.
hey, do it. You know what? Maybe when we get off here, I don't want to try to influence you. Maybe we put a 10 team parlay together.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, just throw one out there, and if we win it, we'll share it, and if we lose it, we ain't telling y'all shit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll say we forgot to do it.
Yeah, there you go. But hey, anyway, I just want to tell you too that I saw your other page and about the buying a car.
Yeah.
And I laughed my ass off, especially the part you should feel terrible about taking advantage of those people.
Dude, they were retired in the like mid
Yeah,
60s, man. No, late 60s.
you give car salesmen, you're the definition of reason car salesmen, used car salesmen, new car salesmen get a bad name. That's worse
I
than
know.
lawyers, you know.
Hey, but here's the thing though. Like I said in that video, do your homework. You have the internet as your best friend.
Yeah. I was
You know,
first
they didn't
hey,
do their homework.
I was in the business too. I was a car
Yep,
salesman, sales manager. Um, I had some, I'll use the term home runs. And then I had some, as you put it, minis. Uh,
yeah.
and
Those minis
and
suck though,
lie,
man.
you feel bad, but there's no bad deal if both sides like the deal. But in this case, according to your page, when they came out of finance, they weren't too happy.
They weren't, man. He looked like he got in the ring with Rocky Balboa. Like he just looked defeated when he sat back in my chair and I'm like,
Yeah,
damn. I
that's
felt bad. I really did.
that's terrible. You should be ashamed.
I even went, so he lived close to where my parents had a restaurant. So I even went by over there one day. They weren't home, so I dropped gift cards for them to eat at the restaurant.
Oh, I
That's
probably
how bad I felt.
I probably would have burned them.
They probably did because I never saw them in the restaurant.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was cool. Today's good. Hey, you know what?
Yep.
Everybody bet at your own risk, as we always
Better
say.
Jonas.
We're having slight uphill roll right now, which is good. So
Yep.
hope we can keep it going. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And also, I noticed also on your other page, and I'm surprised you didn't bring the Bears game up today, but on your other page, you got your face kicked in a little bit.
I got my face kicked in last week with our page,
Yeah,
but I told
that's because
myself,
you're a racist, but that's beside the point.
I told myself that
At least that's what they accuse you of.
the people that responded to our page last week in our short, nobody except for one, but he didn't really make any sense anyways, because all he said was that he throws it away and he doesn't throw interceptions. Well, I never said anything about interceptions or throwing it away because Caleb Williams, when he made the comment last year that he's going to work on not throwing an interception, that's what he did. He stopped throwing interceptions. He threw like one in the last 6 weeks. So I don't know why he brought that up, but I'm gonna say like this, and you know what? I might get shit on again, but I don't care. It's you can beat me down, but I keep getting up. But for you titty babies out there that cry because I think Caleb Williams is not a great quarterback, and you guys we're finally winning games. So as a Bears fan, you're not true Bears fans. I'm saying it right now. You're not true Bears fans because you're happy to just win. And then it's going to go in the playoffs. We're going to lose. And then what are you going to say? Oh, next year. Well, you know what, dude? I'm tired of saying next year. I'm tired of it. It's every year for the last 40 years. It's next year. It's next year.
You're preaching to the
So,
choir there, buddy. I feel your pain.
I mean,
Now.
if you look at his projected stats, it's almost the same minus the interceptions. It's almost the same as Rex Grossman 2006. So, I mean, does everybody think Rex Grossman was a good quarterback? No.
Yeah.
Crickets. Crickets. I hear crickets.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
no.
all I can tell you is I've been saying it. I'm not a believer in the Bears. I know you are. I predicted
I
Green
I
Bay.
I'm not I okay, I'm a believer as in like if Caleb Williams can be 65%
I
average,
still, nah, that still
huge believer.
yeah, it still ain't gonna take you guys nowhere. I said at the
Yes, it
beginning of the
will.
year, and I'm standing by it. Packers win the division. They're only one game out behind your 9-3 Bears. I still believe the Packers win the division. I know your belief is that you're going to split this year with the Green Bay Packers. I think
I think
we lose
so.
both of those games myself. Just my opinion. I'm not a bear. I'm not hating on the Bears. I'm just telling you my opinion. I just think Green Bay. Jordan Love's playing good football right now.
He's playing really good
He is.
football.
He's coming around. And what time of the year is it? The perfect time of the year to be playing good ball.
Yeah.
So I just think that, I'm with you. I don't think Caleb's the answer to y'all's dreams. I've said
But he
about
can be.
he could,
But this
but
year
I
he's
don't. I
not.
don't.
If he can play against Green Bay and throw 60%, I'll take 60. Hell, I'll take yeah. I mean, I don't see it when like if he works on his accuracy and get to 65%, then I am saying, you know what? We are gonna win. We're gonna go to the playoffs, win at least one game. I don't know if we're ready for a Super Bowl this year. Of course, as like again, I said this before, as a fan, Bears fan, of course we want to go to the Super Bowl.
Who does?
But right, but if he can work on this for the next 5 years or for the next 5 weeks, then there's something positive for next year.
I think.
Because here's the thing: if you can't do it, and you're going to be still at 58% next year and still overthrowing and underthrowing, then that year is going to be gone. Then you're going to have to either sign, trade. That team's not going to be there in the next 3 years. You're not going to have everybody that you have now. And now is a great team. It's a great team. Just throw 65%.
Well,
And like I said in my other video, I will not say anything because I know everyone's going to wait till Sunday. And if Caleb Williams has a great game, they'll bash me. But if he doesn't have a great game, what's going to happen? Just like it was against the Eagles. Nobody even made a comment to all my comments to them.
I think you should have an
So
"I told you so" moment if they win.
yeah, I'm gonna zip it now, like as for Caleb Williams. They will not hear anything until week 18.
All right. Well, let me do it for you. You're fucked. Bears ain't going to win shit. You're going to be disappointed. I told you earlier in the year you're going to be heartbroken. Your team ain't going to win the division, and you're going to be sad, and you're going to be mad at me at the end of this video. Most likely, you're going to edit this shit out because you don't want to hear it. And your boys that are so pissed off don't want to hear it. Now they're going to come at me, but hey, I'm a Cowboys fan and I'm from Texas, so come bring it on. 'Cause I'll give it back to you. I don't give two shits. I call it when I
Yeah.
see it. I think Green Bay's a better team in that division. I know the record speaks for itself, but I've also watched the fucking leprechauns that been up Chicago's ass on the way you guys have won some games. Your record is deceiving. Your record, you didn't outplay a team. You outlucked a lot of teams this year to win those games. Starting with the blocked field goal, you went on a run from that game where y'all blocked that field goal. And you know it, I know it, and all you Bear fans out there know it. You're lucky to be where you're at. It's not because of talent. You do have it. That ain't what got you where you're at right now. Green Bay, I believe, still wins the division.
Well, I hope not.
Well, of course
I
you
got
do.
I
I get it.
picked
Just like
I
I
picked
hope the
Chicago to
Eagles
win the
don't win our
division.
division.
Well, I made a bet that Chicago's going to win the division
I
before the
know.
season started. Great odds.
You're going to be eating ramen noodles.
I even bet Chicago to win the Super Bowl.
Well, you're definitely going to be eating ramen noodles.
Those odds were phenomenal, though. I couldn't say no to it.
I
And
get it.
again, we always want to go to the Super Bowl.
I get it. But you know what?
And here's the thing, though. I said it to myself, though. And I said it, and I'm repeating it again. We're gonna kick the shit out of everybody because we're gonna score 37 points a game. That's where our average is gonna be. 37 points a game. If that defense can't stop you, the other team is not gonna score 37 points
Well,
because 37 points is unheard of. But of course, I saw the team, I saw the offensive line, I saw all the offensive power. the weapons that Caleb Williams has. I believed in him to get his underthrowing, overthrowing, completion percentage up. I wasn't worried about his interceptions. He proved that last year, but it didn't happen. So now we win close games. That's it.
Yeah. Well, as a friend, good luck.
Thanks.
But as a fan of football and the sport, you guys are done.
We'll see. We got five hard weeks, so
Yeah.
we will see.
I love to kind of jab it in there a little bit,
Well,
because
we
I
got
watched your
Green Bay.
video, the Bears, try to do a tush push on the Bears. The Bears.
You
Yeah.
hey, the Eagles, come on. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like we have it. We have it.
Ah.
Like we can do
You know
it.
what? They got
We've
hey,
proven it.
that was the second time that jerk has fumbled the ball. The only difference is the refs who, favored him blew the
Oh, against the
whistle kid and
Giants.
said and that was bullshit. He
Yeah.
fumbled the ball. He was still momentum. They blew it prematurely, and
Yeah.
that should have been a fumble. There should have been two of them. Bears should have had one. Cowboys should have had one. So,
No, it was the Giants that they
the
played.
Giants. Excuse me. You're right.
Yeah.
It was the Giants game.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they
But
got
here's the
screwed.
thing. At the end of the day, the Bears were the first ones to ever force a
You're right. You
turnover.
got it on record. But let's just say this. Let's end it on this note.
Yep.
Thank God we don't have the New York Giants kicker on our team. Yeah, that is a whole new meaning to turf toe. So
Oh my
I feel so
gosh.
bad
I don't
for
even
that
know what
guy.
that was. That was
I don't
crazy.
know. I've watched it over and over and over, try to dissect it, if you will. And I don't know if it's because it's plant foot to where it was at. And nobody has come out to explain how in the hell does that happen.
Yeah. I
Professional,
don't know.
and he was kicking ass as a kicker.
Yeah.
And that I feel bad for him, but that dude has just made the bloopers histories book
Yep.
for life.
Yep. Enjoy for the next 30 years.
Yeah. So anyway, man, this has been fun. Until next
All right.
week, we can we maybe over the next few weeks we put up a follow-up video. Maybe after the Sunday games, we do another one for that Monday night game or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we try to double up a little bit over these next few weeks of getting on here. Hey, to the new subscribers, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And,
Yep. Thank you.
and you guys that putting your comments out there, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever, we
Right.
welcome them. You know,
I welcome it.
Yeah.
I don't cry about it.
Yep.
My mom didn't feed me with her titty, so
Yep.
I take it with the good and bad, and I like it because when people are talking trash, just back it up. Just that's all I got. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Call me an idiot, but tell me why I'm an idiot. Don't just say you are, sir, are an absolute idiot, because that makes you an idiot because you can't even explain yourself why you're calling me an idiot.
Yep. I agree.
So
I agree. We got thick skin over here. So,
right,
if you're,
I'm a Bears fan. I have thick skin already.
yeah, me too. So, hey, if you're a crybaby and all you want to do is call people names and you don't want to put anything out there to back it up, well, I'm going to tell you the same thing I would tell the Eagles. Fuck you, go Chargers.
Fuck you. Exactly.
Been fun, buddy. Peace out.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.
I'll talk to you soon.